In this unit, we will learn two important tools, the Envelope Distort and the Free Transform tool. Both allow us to transform our objects and adjust them to different perspectives. Let me show you how to do so. So let's get started by grabbing this typography that we created earlier on in the course and see what will happen if we apply some transformation. We have our Free Transform tool just here on our toolbar. It's on the same group with the Puppet Warp tool that we used earlier in the course. If you click on that, you will see that you will get this extra panel here, and the first option allows you to just scale your graphic as you would do also with your black arrow. You can keep the proportions equal by enabling the linking icon at the top. The second option allows you to do a perspective distort. I'm going to select one of the handles and I'm going to drag it. You see how it actually changes the perspective for both the top and the bottom of our transformation box. And you can carry on editing by changing the perspective of your typography. The last icon here is the Free Distort, and it allows you to freely distort your typography, grabbing any of the transforming handles and moving them around to adjust your typography correspondingly. And that can be really handy if you have a graphic that you wanted to adjust to a specific perspective. So this is the first group of tools, and it's under the Free Transform tool, and they allow you to easily geometrically equally transform your object. So let's get started again with our initial word, but this time let's explore some different ways to transform it. So if I'm going to select it, I can go to Object and then Envelope Distort. I have the option of Make with Warp. That allows me to distort my typography in different ways, and it doesn't have to be just typography, any kind of object or shape. For example, an arc, and I can select if I want the arc to be horizontal or vertical. With enabling the preview, I can see also the outcome. I can adjust the blend, left or right, and the amount of it. Also the distortions horizontal or vertically. Instead of the arc, you can also do arc lower, which is just creates an arc on the lower or upper part. Arc upper with the next tool. Arch, bulge, and cell lower, cell upper, flag, wave, fish. So quite a lot of different options, and always you have these handles just underneath that they allow you to perfectly adjust your shape based on what you want to achieve, or even like twisting it around. Once you are happy with your transformation, you just press OK and the transformation is applied. If you want to further edit this transformation, you can go here at the top bar and select from the fish option of the properties any of the other options that you want to apply. And you can see at the top bar here that you have the rest of the properties that you might need to adjust. If you click on this little star icon, it allows you to edit the content itself. So it allows you to edit your image before the transformation. So I can select any of the points and move it and transform it. And it's just gonna apply it to the transformation as well afterwards. So I'm gonna go ahead again and go to the edit envelope mode. Another thing that I can do is grab my white arrow and select those anchor points and manually adjust further the effect. So I can actually adjust it and transform it however I like in order to achieve the best possible outcome. So let's move ahead to the next one and have a look on what other options we have under this Envelope Distort. The next option is Make with Mesh. And that allows you to actually create a mesh, a little grid, and then transform it manually. If I enable preview, I can see the grid. I'm gonna do, let's do just 2 rows and 3 columns perhaps. And you see that I have a grid that allows me to transform my object. By selecting any of the points and moving them, I can stretch or squeeze correspondingly my object. By moving the handles, I can also adjust the curves and how exactly it's applied. So all of those tools can be really handy in order to help you transform your objects and create something new out of like simple straight and horizontal and vertical lines. So give it a bit of a wave, give it a bit of emotion. If you now want to further edit your shape, but instead of going through the option here, edit contents, which allows you to only edit the content as it was initially rather than what you actually see, what you can do is expand this grid that you created by going to Object and then Expand. Press OK on that panel, and that is gonna apply your transformation, and now you should be able to select every single object individually and further adjust them in order to achieve the best possible outcome. Now you know how to quickly and easily transform your objects and adjust them to the perspective. In the next unit, we'll focus on 3D illustration using extrude and bevel functions.